right. If I want to go and run this, I'll have, I'll have a beaver, but maybe he's facing the wrong way. Yeah, I'd rather he face the cheese rather than having his butt to it, and maybe be a little bit bigger. And maybe I want to have him hold a wrench. I don't know why I'd want to have him hold a wrench, but let's just pretend that I want to have him hold a wrench. So the first thing that I can do is, he's really not the right size, so I'm going to scale him. Actually, finding the player, I see that he's already being scaled, so that's great. I'm just going to change it so that he's actually a lot bigger. And run, and we'll see that he gets way bigger. Yep, that's what I wanted. Good. So now let's turn him around. Flip horizontal. And then I'll go to the end of that line and add the parenthesis. And then when I run, then he should be facing the other way. So that's, yes, good. That's my beaver facing the right way. Now, let's say I want him to hold something, because those hands and feet look like maybe they'll hold something, and that would be great. So let's just rename this for the moment. Let's call it the beaver. And then let's go define a wrench as something else. I know it's going to be a clipart URL. And now I'm going to go find the wrench I want. And actually, I've already gone and found it. So just to go back, I searched for wrench. Here we go. And I picked this one because all of these are kind of gray, and the contrast on the edges, I think this one would probably work out okay. But this one just is all dark all around the edges, so I think that the clipping thing in the clipart URL will work really well. So I'll click on that, I'll click on full-size image, I'll go get that, and I'll have clipart URL of that address. Okay, and I'll define that as the wrench. And now I'm going to define the player, because we still got to define the player, because we got to know what our player is. So I'm going to define the player as, what did this thing say? Lesson 6 said, why don't I try put image? And it needs an image and then 2 numbers and an image. Like 5, 10. Oh, look, 5 says how far across, 10 says how far up, right? Because 10 is more, and it's more up than it is across. So I'm going to put image. And now the thing I want on top is the wrench. And let's say, I just want it let's just try it 20 across and 60 up. And on the bottom, I want the beaver. Okay? And this may not be right at first, but at least we'll get to run it and see what's going on. See how it looks. Okay? So looking at it, oh well, it's not quite right. First of all, the wrench is too big, and second of all, it's a little bit facing the wrong way. And third of all, it might be in about the right place. So first of all, let's make it smaller. So we can scale, let's say, 1/3. Okay. And now the facing the wrong way, it was facing up instead of down, right? So maybe we want to flip vertical that thing, or maybe we want to rotate it. Remember, you can rotate by some angle. But let's see just this much what happens. Okay, very good. And now it looks like it needs to be a little farther to the right, and it's at about the right height. So a little farther to the right means I need to change the X part of this. Let's call that, let's say 70. All right. Let's see what happens. Aha, now I went a little too far to the right. Maybe I want to go a little left and a little up. So a little left will take me to 50, a little up will take me to 70 here. And I'm pretty happy with my beaver holding a wrench. Ow. Why did I get hit? Ow. But, you know, that's a bug for another lesson, another challenge, another lesson.